guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily read. I'm Jo, and today's card we have the Hierophant in the reversal. And some of you might be feeling a sudden intense urge to color outside of the lines in your life a bit. Almost like the templates, the timelines, these boxes that society have handed us just don't fit anymore. So, like, if you're currently questioning your career or your relationship, maybe your entire spiritual path, this is a message to say you're not failing, you're evolving. And maybe you're simply not meant for the conventional path. And let's kind of talk a bit more about why. But to understand the reversal and why it's so powerful, we have to look at the Hierophant upright and what it represents. Traditionally, it is a figure of spiritual and institutional authority. It represents traditions, societal expectations, conventional paths, established systems. And upright, it's about mentorship, shared beliefs, finding safety within the structure. But the Hierophant is also a number 5 card, and the 5s in the tarot always bring with them challenges, disruption, tension, the tension that is required for change, the necessary change. So when this card flips upside down, the universe is stepping in to ask you 2 questions. Whose rules are you actually living by? And are those beliefs, those roles, those structures still nourishing your unique spirit? Because maybe once upon a time they did. And we got stuck in a loop of just continuing them. But maybe now they no longer do. And so often the Hierophant appears reversed when the path of the individual maybe becomes way more important than the collective approval. This is ultimately a card of walking an unconventional path and going your own way. So despite what your family and culture or society expects of you, it indicates like a time of releasing outdated, inherited beliefs and finding the truth through direct personal experience rather than blindly following any rigid system or job title or guru or whatever they said you should be doing. And you could be feeling this conflict with an authority figure, or feelings of friction where control and conformity are being demanded of you. But our deepest conflict is usually more internal. You might be realizing that the roles you've been performing so perfectly for everyone else, but actually they don't really align with your authentic self. So ask yourself, are you living according to your truth or just for acceptance? Are you devoted to a path that genuinely fulfills you or just something that once felt safe? The Queen of Cups that we got yesterday also embodies that energy of filling her own cup. So that same message is kind of threaded through this whole pull. Where are you giving your precious energy out of sheer obligation rather than alignment? Because what's important here is when your gifts and your work are soul aligned, they energize you. But when there's a disconnect between what you're giving out to the world and what you truly are, your spirit eventually feels like a burnout, depleted. And this reversal is your permission slip to reclaim that inner authority. There is a hidden layer to this card that we need to talk about though, and it requires brutal honesty, like a lot of the spiritual journey requires. The reverse Hierophant can also point to maybe somewhere in your life where you are using spirituality as a bypassing method, spiritual bypassing. And this is when we kind of use the spiritual healing rituals, high vibe positivity, to avoid our deeper emotional truths and the shadow work, because we want to feel good. But part of like welcoming all of us is also honoring those moments and being brave enough to sit with those shadow aspects of ourselves, those emotions that are more uncomfortable, the emotions we've put into the box of shame in our shadow. So ultimately, this card isn't telling you to go out and like be reckless, destroy every structure in your life. The lesson here is about discernment. It's time to look at your life and decide what is genuinely alive and true for you now, and courageously let go of the traditional beliefs that are no longer serving you. And you're being called to redefine your own path, trust your inner compass, especially over external expectations. And yeah, I hope this message resonated. And if it did hit home for some of you, please drop a comment in the comment section. I read everyone and I'm so interested to find out more. Let me know where you're stepping off the conventional path. I'll see you tomorrow for another daily card pull. I'd love and really appreciate if you liked and shared this video. Subscribe for more. May you be happy, may you be blessed, and may you find your wonder. See you tomorrow.